Peyton Royce. Cassie McIntosh, born November 10, 1992, is an Australian professional wrestler, signed to WWE under the ring name Peyton Royce. She performs on the SmackDown brand, where she is a reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champion with her IIconics teammate Billie Kay. In February 2009, McIntosh made her professional wrestling debut at Pro Wrestling Women's Alliance, PWWA, as Cassie Cassidy, and competed on the independent circuit with multiple promotions for several years, becoming a one-time PWA Women's Champion, and winning the Vera and Jenny Memorial Cup in support of breast cancer. McIntosh signed a contract with WWE in 2015, and was assigned to WWE's NXT in Orlando, Florida. Early life. Cassie McIntosh was born in Sydney, New South Wales and later moved to Melbourne, Victoria, and then Calgary, Alberta, Canada to train with Lance Storm. Prior to her training, she excelled in dance. She attended the same high school, Westfield Sports, as fellow wrestler and future tag team partner Billie Kay. McIntosh began watching wrestling at the age of 9, and cites Eddie Guerrero as her inspiration to become a professional wrestler. Professional wrestling career. Independent circuit, 2009-2015. On February 28, 2009, McIntosh made her professional wrestling debut in Pro Wrestling Women's Alliance as Cassie Cassidy, teaming with Robbie Eagles in a mixed tag team match, defeating Madison Eagles and Mike Valuable. For the next year in the promotion, she traded victories with Jessie McKay in singles matches, including a loss in a PWWA Championship match. On January 7, 2011, she unsuccessfully challenged Madison Eagles for the championship. On June 20, 2011, Cassie Cassidy and Tenille Taylor defeated Eliza Sway and Shazza McKenzie. Cassidy made 2 appearances for the American all-female promotion Shimmer Women Athletes as Bambi Hall's tag team partner. She was originally the scheduled opponent for Su Yung at a Shine Wrestling event in Ybor City, Florida, but instead became the replacement opponent for Rhea O'Reilly. She also appeared for promotions Pro Wrestling Alliance Australia, New Horizons Pro Wrestling, Melbourne City Wrestling and Riot City Wrestling. WWE. NXT, 2015-2018. McIntosh received a tryout with WWE during their tour of Australia in August 2014 and became an NXT trainee on April 13, 2015. She made her televised in-ring debut on the May 15 episode of NXT, using the Cassie Cassidy name in a loss to the NXT Women's Champion Sasha Banks. On the July 22 episode of NXT, McIntosh, as Cassie, lost to Eva Marie, in which she was defeated. On August 7, she was given the new ring name Peyton Royce. After being a face throughout her previous NXT run, Royce began wrestling as a heel in a non-title loss to NXT Women's Champion Bayley on the December 9 episode of NXT. On the January 13, 2016 episode of NXT, Royce competed in a number 1 Contenders Battle Royal for Bayley's NXT Women's Championship, which was won by Carmella. In October, Royce formed an alliance with Billie Kay, later dubbed the Iconic Duo. The duo subsequently entered a feud with Liv Morgan, which culminated in a 6-woman tag team match on the November 23 episode of NXT, in which Morgan, Aaliyah, and Ember Moon defeated Royce, Kay, and Daria Baronato. In the end of December, Kay and Royce were placed in a brief feud with the NXT Women's Champion Asuka after the latter stated there is no competition for her. On January 28, 2017 at NXT TakeOver, San Antonio, Royce competed in a fatal 4-way match against Kay, Nikki Cross, and Asuka, in which Royce failed to capture the NXT Women's Championship. Shortly after that, in the end of February, Royce defeated Ember Moon and Liv Morgan in a triple threat to earn another opportunity at Asuka's NXT Women's Championship, which she once again failed to win. Throughout the year, Royce continued to rack up victories over competitors like Aaliyah, Sarah Logan, and Ruby Riott. After defeating Liv Morgan and Nikki Cross in a triple threat, at NXT TakeOver, War Games. Royce competed in a fatal four-way match for the vacant NXT Women's Championship, which was ultimately won by Ember Moon. In December, Royce lost to Moon in a non-title match, which was her final match for NXT. Royce made her first main roster appearance on April 8, 2018 at WrestleMania 34, competing along with several other NXT superstars in the first WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34, where she was eliminated by Sarah Logan. SmackDown, 2018 present. Royce and Kay, now dubbed the IIconics, made their main roster debut on the April 10, 2018 episode of SmackDown Live, attacking then SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, whilst she was cutting a promo about her match at WrestleMania 34. 2 weeks later, the IIconics racked up their first victory, as part of the main roster, over Asuka and Becky Lynch. Throughout the next few months, Royce competed in various singles and tag team matches but ended up on the losing end on them all. In August, the IIconics started their first feud on the main roster with Naomi, and the two were able to defeat her in singles matches. Eventually, Naomi teamed up with Asuka but lost to the IIconics at the WWE Super Showdown on October 6, held in the latter's homeland of Australia. 3 weeks later, both Royce and Kay took part in WWE's first all-women's pay-per-view, Evolution. They were the first two eliminated from a battle royal for a future women's championship match. On January 27, 2019, both Kay and Royce entered their first Royal Rumble match at number 7 and number 9 respectively, and they managed to eliminate Nikki Cross, before they both were eliminated by Lacey Evans. On February 17, at the Elimination Chamber, the IIconics competed in a Tag Team Elimination Chamber match for the inaugural WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, which was won by Sasha Banks and Bayley. In March, the IIconics started a feud with Banks and Bayley, whom they defeated in a non-title match. Because of their win, they, and two other teams, challenged Banks and Bayley for the championship at WrestleMania 35 in a fatal four-way match. At the event, which took place on April 7, the IIconics won the match after Kay pinned Bayley to win the Women's Tag Team Championship for the first time. Other media. Royce made her WWE video game debut as a playable character in WWE 2K18 and has since appeared in WWE 2K19. Personal life. She is currently engaged to fellow wrestler Shawn Spears. Championships and accomplishments.